Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar video. This is going to be my review and unboxing for the Avatar The Last Airbender Funko Pop, the exclusive Mai figure. So this one is in America it's exclusive to Books A Million, I think. And then for the UK it was an exclusive to Magic Madhouse, which is where I got my Mai from. But yeah, it looks like it's sort of Avatar Funko week on the channel. That's been pretty much everything I've done this week, so this is kind of interesting. My Blue Spirit Zuko has shipped. Again, not sure when that exactly is going to be arriving. Probably expecting it next week, but who knows? Maybe it might come in here right towards the end of the week. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. As you can see, special edition. It's just a exclusive one. Like this isn't like a glow in the dark or a chase or anything like that. It's just an exclusive to a specific retailer, as you can see. So Mai 2003. There's her kind of image, and as you can see, she's not one of the commons, which we did earlier on in the week. She is an exclusive, and I think that's really all there is to say here. So let's just get straight in. So she does come with a stand, as you can see there. So we'll take her out, and the stand. So here is Mai, or as she was initially announced, Mai with knives, which is interesting in that would suggest that is there a Mai without knives? Who knows? Maybe. We haven't seen that yet. But here she is. Really cool look for obviously her unique hairstyle here with the two kind of buns up top, and so on. Very nice. They also, I think, got across her kind of character as much as they could with the hairstyle, as well as the way they did her eyes here. So that's really good. And then the design that they did for sort of her body here, where she has her sort of hands crossed, holding the knives here. Again, I think that's quite characterful in that this is a character who typically doesn't really express herself. So it kind of makes sense that she kind of like, does a pose where she's kind of like, covering herself a little bit, and she's not kind of like holding the knives out or anything like that, or super open, which is the way they typically do most pops. I think is like to get across that their hands are sort of out and holding whatever they're holding. But in this case, I think it fits the character of Mai that she's holding them like this. It does make me wish that at some point they maybe do a Mai where she's in more of a maybe dynamic pose rather than a sort of a setup for action pose. But again, Mai, non-bender fighter, so of course she does use the knives, and she has kind of little crossbow launcher type things as well. So she's got a very unique kind of non-bender fighting style, very different than say Ty Lee or Suki for example. It's so unique, it's kind of hard to judge exactly, where does she rate compared to some of the other characters, obviously. But yeah, and then again, as I've said many times before, we've done a lot of Fire Nation characters in the Funko Pop line. Again, colors are spot on for, the Fire Nation clothing with the kind of browns, reds, and kind of maroon, kind of almost purpley type stuff. Really, really strong. And then, yeah, the head does in fact rotate. So that actually looks quite good right there. So let's just put her on the stand. It's interesting. Okay, so I guess you want to just do it like that. I think that looks pretty good. Just kind of off to the side there a little bit. She probably actually needs more of a stand where the peg here is more in the middle, just because of the way she's kind of posed. It kind of feels like it almost the stand doesn't work maybe as well for her, but I guess that's fine. And then yeah, I guess this is a pretty quick one. We'll just do a quick comparison with her next to characters she should be, I suppose, familiar with. Here is Ozai's angels kind of united at last here. So when, of course, this character made her debut, it was Azula sort of forming her team to go out and hunt, the Avatar, hunt Zuko as well. So really cool to kind of have the group together here. And again, their characters gotten across pretty nicely across all of them. And especially with how things have gone, like by the end of the series, of course, Azula is more separated from these two. There's still a kind of unresolved dynamic here in that they were friends. So, yes, Azula's poor treatment of them, it's understandable why these two made the decisions that they made. But Azula's character is in a very interesting spot where she could go so many places. And it feels like attempting to resolve things with her friends is something that they might attempt to do. Obviously, the majority of Azula's issues are to do with her mother, but the thing that really led to her, I suppose, defeat at the end of the series was the betrayal of her friends, like her not being able to control Mai and Ty Lee. So that is quite interesting, the way they did that. So yeah, pretty cool. And obviously these two are super close best friends, which is interesting given that they have very different personalities. But you see this especially in the book, the comic Smoke and Shadow. You really get to see how kind of close Mai and Ty Lee are, especially. But we also note that one of Mai's key relationships is Zuko. So there we have the Mako relationship here. Again, because of Smoke and Shadow and the comics in general, they broke up, I suppose, in The Promise. They're still broken up as of now, but realistically, this is the canon couple in terms of going into Korra. We have to assume that Mai is Izumi's mother. It feels crazy that, in 2021 we're talking about stuff from like 7+ years ago that we still don't know the answer to, like a main canon ship. We're not fully sure what the situation is, but realistically, Smoke and Shadow, in my mind, did enough work with the two characters where, with just the next appearance where these two are any sort of a focus in the story, they probably will, in my mind, get back together. So, really cool, again, to have all these Fire Nation characters here. Obviously, the Ozai was also part of the wave. We have Iroh as well, Zhao. Very cool, for sure. Like I said, it would be cool to get maybe a Mai that isn't an exclusive, just so maybe she's more accessible to some people. But for the most part, I think this is a pretty solid version of Mai, and I don't think there's too much room for redos of her character. Like I said, you could maybe do a non-exclusive one that maybe has more of a normal pose, or more maybe her in-action pose. The only other option really would be you could do maybe her end of series outfit when she's at the Jasmine Dragon, but that's kind of more of a one-off thing. Her as a Kyoshi warrior, you'd probably have to do a triple pack with the three of them dressed up as Kyoshi warriors. But the problem is with Funkos, how do you really get that across as interesting? But still, it's cool. The only thing though, obviously, is that these two characters, actually, it's quite interesting just in the Funkos, that they don't have commons. Neither of these two have commons. Azula is now getting a second Funko Pop, but that means both of them are exclusives. The first one was a GameStop exclusive, this one, and then the new one is what is it? I forget where in America it's exclusive to. But again, two exclusives for Azula. The only Mai is an exclusive. Just seems kind of interesting. And then Ty Lee is the one that they actually made the common out of. So, interesting stuff. But I guess with New York Comic Con coming up, we actually might be maybe expecting some reveals. I'm not sure if I've heard many rumors about upcoming Avatar Funkos. I think there's been some prototype stuff that there might be a water bending Aang from book 3, water bending Aang. But I'm not really sure what the situation is there. So we'll have to wait and see. So that's been my review and look at May with knives, the exclusive. In the comments, let me know what your thoughts are, but that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.